Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another makeup look, and this time I am doing a cut crease. For this look, I am using some coral tones, more than corals, some brown tones. I'm really happy with how it came out. When am I not? Every look I'm happy with how it comes out. Otherwise, why I post it, right? Last look that I posted that was supposed to be fall, it was fall, but this is the kind of look that I was going for in that previous video. But I ended up with the smoked winged eyeshadow look. Anyway, here I am. If you want to see how I created this look, just keep on watching. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And without any further ado, let's just get on with it. Let's get to it. Let's get started. Let's get to it. Let's just start. Okay, so as you can see, I already started doing this eye. So let me get you a little bit closer and then let's start with this eye. So I think you can see me right there. You can see me. So today I'm trying this new CoverGirl lid lock up. It's probably not new. It's been in the market for some time, I think. But I had been using the P. Louise eyeshadow base for a long time and I wanted to try something new. So I saw this one on an Instagram reel. They said it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is not the first time I try it. I've tried it a couple times already, and let me tell you, let's talk and do, okay? At first when I tried it, I was pretty skeptical because when I put it on, as you can see, it's not full coverage. And when I blended it all out, I was like, I don't know. It's probably not gonna allow the eyeshadow to like really pigmented or to really stick to my lid. So I was skeptical, but then when I was trying to blend the eyeshadow that I was adding on top, I was like, oh man, this really sticks. So for the price, I think this is really good. I'm gonna keep trying it to learn more like how to play with the eyeshadows with it, because I do feel like because it's so sticky and it really grabs onto the eyeshadow, it does give me a little bit of a hard time to blend the eyeshadow and to work with it. So but it's really good. Like I just need to find a technique, you know. Okay, so and as you can see, I just blend it with my finger until I feel it really sticky. I make sure to go really close to the eyelash, and it's not full coverage, but it's really good. Just trust me. Okay, so for the inner corner, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of loose face powder and apply it right here because I don't want eyeshadow to get stuck there, fall out, or anything like that. I want the area to stay clean, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit of loose face powder. Now that I did that, we're gonna go ahead and start with the eyeshadow. So for the eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using the Essence Coral Me Maybe palette. I have all the colors except the grayish, I think. Adelina, thank you. So my sister gave me this for my birthday. She bought me all the colors. So I'm gonna start with the darkest shade right here, and I'm gonna start with this brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna apply that right on the corner. So we're gonna start on the crease, the corner. So as always, I start shaping how this the wing is going to be, how tall and big I want it to be. Can you guys see that, how stuck it gets? I feel like I'm almost left with no fallout to blend with. But I mean, that's really good because you can't really see my skin under that shadow right now. So that's good. So as you can see, I keep looking forward and I am kind of blending that brown eyeshadow. I'm just not adding any more because I want to slightly start blending a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. It won't be perfect, at least not in my case, but it will make it easier for me to start adding the second shade, which is what it's going to help us to blend it out. Okay, now I'm using this really coral shade right here, and I'm going to be using that to blend that brown shadow. Okay, now that I blended that out, I'm gonna go back with that brown again, and I'm gonna start deepening the shade and also blending it even more in that coral. Okay, without any left product, I'm gonna start blending that brown with that coral before I go back again with that coral by itself again. Okay, so now we're going back with that coral and just blend the edges a lot more. and also pulling that wing outwards. Okay, so now we're gonna go with this shade right here, which is the lightest shade, that bone shade right here, and just a bigger blending brush, and we're gonna go ahead and blend that coral upwards a little bit more, so a lot closer to the brow. So what I am doing right now, I keep going back and forth with that brown and that coral shade until I'm happy with the blend. There was something not quite right on this corner. It was somehow patchy, and I'm keep going back and forth. I mean, there it is, I think. Okay, there you go. I feel like I'm happy with how it looks now. I don't feel like there's a bump or anything. That's what was bothering me before. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the eyelid. For the eyelid, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Pilouise base and the shade of white. I just really wanted the eyeshadow to show really bright as it is, because I am using a really dark brown and I wanted the eyeshadow to stand out. So white was my best bet. I don't know, maybe next time I'll try the base, the first base that I used, to see if it could work with the cut crease. So I apply it just on the lid and then I look forward, because typically that's how you look. I try to look forward and a little bit higher up. That way the cut crease shows a little bit bigger than usual and it makes my eyes look bigger. And so once it has marked the area where the cut crease is going to begin, I go ahead and carve it all out. Okay, and as you can see, the key right here is to go really slow, little by little. Even though it's a big brush, I need to be careful where I touch, and it's more like a tapping and slightly swipe motion. So I keep going all along, and then I just do a little bit, back off, see how it's going, see how the shape is going, a little bit more, back off, and see how the shape is going. That way I am ensuring that I keep the shape that I want throughout the whole cut crease. So now that we finished the whole cut crease and carving it out, I'm gonna go ahead and use another flat brush, but a clean one, and I'm gonna go ahead and go all over that eyeshadow base. And what I'm doing right here is kind of like setting it and helping it dry a little, so I can go ahead and start adding the eyeshadow. So on the edge, I'm just not that careful because I'm gonna go back with more eyeshadow, more of that brown eyeshadow. So I just keep tapping, being really careful on the crease still, and once I feel the consistency being really sticky and dry, and then I know I can go ahead and start adding the eyeshadow. So when I do a half cut crease, I like to start from the center of the eyelid, and this time I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is kind of like the same color as this one but in shimmer. So I'm going to start adding that in the center of the eyeshadow. Have I been saying eyeshadow this whole time? Well, if I have, I meant center of the eyelid, okay? So I'm gonna grab some of this shade again, and then I'm using a Morphe M213 to apply this. I go ahead and start right on the cut crease, and I keep going all along, so then I don't have to worry about that part. So that's what I do first. So now that I have taken care of the whole cut crease area, then I go ahead and start applying this all over my eyelid. I just focus on the center and then out a little bit towards the inner and outer corner, but I don't really care to cover the whole eyeshadow base because I'm still gonna go over with other shade over that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add this darker shimmer shade, and I'm gonna apply that more towards the outer corner, and I'm just gonna use another M213, and I just apply this right here more towards the outer corner, and I mix it with that coral shade. And so with this one, I do take care of applying it all over the areas where the eyeshadow base was. Okay, so a little bit towards the inner corner now, we're gonna add this shade right here. We're gonna add that towards the inner corner and then kind of blend it out with that coral shade. So now we're going back with this brown, and we're gonna blend this brown with the coral shade, and we're gonna stay close to the lash line, pulling that lash line a little bit more towards the center, and then going kind of like forming a wing. And there goes my earring. Okay, now that we added most of the eyeshadow, especially the shimmers, we're gonna go ahead and carve out a little bit more of that cut crease by adding more brown to the upper area. So for that, we're gonna use a more of an angled brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that brown, tap out the excess, and like I said, I'm gonna go over that brown shade right on the crease, right when I wanted to like stop. Okay, so right now that I'm doing this, I am remembering or realizing that I have not done a like full cut crease just like this in probably a year, and I'm really happy to realize that I have not lost the technique and just the experience, I guess, because I thought, ooh, I'm not gonna be able to do a cut crease, but I feel like I'm having no issues with it. Maybe it's the technique, and if it is, then you should get onto this one if you really want those really sharp cut crease. I feel like if I'm gonna do a cut crease, I want it to be really sharp. Some people don't care, like as long as you can see the difference of a sudden change between one color to the other, but I do care, and I'm really happy that I still got it. And it's because of this technique. So I cut the crease, I keep sharpening the crease, but at the same time I blend upwards. Okay, I'm happy with that now. I'm just gonna pull a little bit more. Didn't I just say I was happy? Okay, I feel like we're done with the eyeshadow, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner. I know it looks like I didn't really do eyeliner, but I do add just like a really thin layer of eyeliner. That way it helps me when I apply the eyelashes that it's not so, oh, I need to clean this, that it's not so obvious where the eyelashes are. Oh, by the way, I was using the Essence Precise Eyeliner brush. I love this brush for eyeliner. And I'll go ahead and go under the upper waterline. Dang, I should know this by now, right? I don't. So as you can see, it's not a thick layer, it's just a really thin liner, and that's just to help me disguise the eyelashes, because I don't want it to see where it starts or where it ends. And if I'm not gonna do a wing, I typically do that. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Don't really do this. I just do this because my lashes are like a tarp. Straight down. They might be long, but they are shaped like a tarp. Okay, and while I was doing that, I was also waiting for the eyeliner to dry, because I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Okay, and for mascara, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess. I saw this on TikTok and wanted to give it a try. I love it, yes, because it gives you volume and length at the same time. But I did notice that they do make my eyelashes fall. So if I want my regular curl that I like to get, I have to curl them even more on top of that. So if they fall a little bit, it would fall in the length that I typically use. But other than that, I really like it, and it's so much easier than other lashes to take off at night. So I think this will be my everyday mascara. Don't know yet. See, I feel like they already made it fall, or maybe I didn't curl my lashes good enough. But right now I feel like it doesn't really matter, because I am gonna add the eyelashes, and that's gonna help me a little bit. I hope so. So we got this new Skin Loving Sensitive Primer, moisturizing and nourishing, from Essence. No, it's not sponsored. Have I been using Essence stuff a lot? I think so. Yeah, it's not sponsored. I wish, but no. Okay, so I've used this already like a couple times. I don't know how I feel about it, and maybe it was because I use other new products as well, but I'm gonna keep trying this. Unfortunately, I have not been doing my makeup so often, but for sure it's not meant to be pore minimizing, which is what I typically look for in a primer, especially because I have huge pores. It does make your skin a little bit glowy, which I don't mind at this time of the year. I need more moisturizing things because my dry gets phased, and so I really need to be careful with what I put on my face, especially with how much powder I use. Okay, I'm gonna apply some of that putty primer on the pores of my face. I mean, I have pores everywhere. We have pores everywhere. anywhere, but this area they're like, hello, I want to shine too. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Oh my gosh, I feel like my freckles are showing through a lot more lately. I don't know why. Or am I getting more? Maybe. Ooh, I don't mind freckles. I like freckles actually. Okay, so before we move on to foundation, I want to go ahead and add a corrector. I'm going to be using this Pro Concealer Corrector and the shade Peach. I'm going to add that right here around my mouth. Remember the previous videos where I added that orange one? I felt like it didn't work and I was trying really hard to cover it up. So now I am trying this one. Last time that I used it, I felt like it worked. But I wanna find out that it does work by using it a few times, and then if I stop using it, then I'll be able to tell the difference. That's just how I work, you know. I'm gonna use this brush right here to blend that out. Not blend it really that much. What did I add it here? There you go. I feel like it works, especially right here over my nose. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add the foundation. For foundation, I will be using the Maybelline New York 30 Hour Wear Foundation. Who would wear foundation for 30 hours? Not me. Wink, 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 because I can't wink. I mean, I'm not on purpose. I fell asleep with it. Okay, I added 3 pumps on the sponge, and then I'm gonna apply that all over my face. I feel like it's a lot lighter than my face, than my neck. I'm pretty sure this foundation is just the same as the one before. I think it was a 16-hour wear. I feel like it's the same exact thing. They probably just upgraded it a little bit. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna go ahead and use a smaller brush to try and add foundation to the inner corner of my eyes right here. I don't know if that worked. We're gonna try to correct that with the concealer. Actually, we're gonna use another Maybelline product. We're gonna be using the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. This is in the shade Sand 20. I'm gonna apply that right here, right on the inner corners, and then right here to complete that wing. Not forget the nose. Okay, and I'm gonna go with the smaller side of the sponge and I'm gonna start blending that out. Okay, as you can see, it kind of left there right there, and I feel like now, yep, nope. Oh, it's gonna do the same here. Yep, look at that. It left the line right here, and then on the sides right here, it also lifted up the product underneath. So I'm luckily in the forehead, it didn't do that, but I'm guessing you're supposed to blend it as soon as you add it on. I did not know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more foundation on those areas. Kind of fix it a little bit. I'm not gonna add more concealer. I'm too scared. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna use a little bit of that concealer to apply on the inner corners of my eyes, right where I added that foundation already. Guys, I'm not liking this concealer. Why is it doing that? Maybe that's why it's not one of the concealers that I typically want to use. Yeah, no. We're gonna have to try to fix that with the foundation again. It's lifting. Yeah, no, you can tell right away. Okay, if you're thinking of buying that concealer, I suggest you don't. Why is it doing that? Okay, so I just grabbed a little tiny sponge, and I'm guessing that's working a little bit better to blend it out. But I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure it was the concealer that made that happen, because when I was applying the foundation, nothing silly like that happened. So there goes that. Before I fix the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the face. So to set that all up, I'm gonna be using the Ultra HD setting powder from Makeup Forever. So I'm gonna be using this. What is it? What are these called? These are not sponges, are they? Buffers? If you know, if you remember. I know what they're called. I just don't remember right now. I feel like my memory keeps getting worse and worse. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to this sponge right here, setting sponge, and I'm gonna apply that all over, specifically the areas where I get oily. Okay, so now to contour the face, I'm going to be using this bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm going to be using a Morphe E3 to apply that. And I'm going to apply this to the highest, practically to the highest point of my cheeks, where we usually would be adding the blush. Okay, so for around the nose, I'm going to be using this brush right here by Celavi. Thank you, Edie. So the technique is I do that whole adding those lines and shading on the sides of my nose, but I no longer pull it all the way up. What I do is I divide it just on these areas that need more shaping, right? So I just do the same thing. I just no longer go all the way up. See how it looks like I added it right here? I didn't add anything. I just added it right here to the nose and then just blend it out. I feel like I went a little bit too much in on this side, but that's okay. So there goes that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the blush. For the blush, I have this palette right here. Thank you, Edie, again. She gave them to me. Every time I say thank you, it's because they gifted this to me. So I'm gonna be using this brush right here. This one's an e.l.f. brush. It's an e.l.f. blush brush, actually. I painted these a long time ago because I bought several and I wanted to know the difference, because sometimes I use them for blush and sometimes I use them for contour. So that's why I painted it. So you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all these. I'm just gonna swirl around it and then apply that as blush. Let's see what color comes up. Ooh, like a gold shimmer. Oh, and it goes perfectly well with the eyeshadow. A little bit on the nose. It's kind of silly with my lips like that. So let me just clean my lips now, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some gloss. Mario Badescu. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of color on my face right now. We'll just stop it there, okay? Actually, no, I feel like we don't need highlights, but I'm gonna go ahead and add it anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Iluminador by Bisou. It says Bisou bronzer bronceador, and then underneath it says Iluminador. What do you want to call this? Look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and add that and just apply it to the highest point on my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and my chin. Okay, so now that we're done with the face, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes. Let me get you up close again. Okay, so now that we're back with the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and use that brown shade again, and I'm gonna line the whole lower lash line. Okay, now that we added that brown, I'm gonna go ahead and use that coral shade to blend that brown. And let me say, these brushes are really nice. They're really soft. I'm really liking these brushes. Yes, this is my first time using them. Wow, can you see that highlight? I'm gonna go ahead and use this really gold shade from the bottom here to add that to the inner corner. And on the bottom part, I do pull it in a little bit, at least towards like the tear duct. There we go. I want to fix the inner corner. Remember when we were having trouble with that concealer? I want to add a little bit of coral in there. It's not so noticeable. So next and final part, we're gonna be doing the lip. Okay, so now that we have moved on to the lips, we're gonna be using the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade, I don't think this has a shade, it just says lip, oh, chestnut maroon. So I have been trying that technique where you like flatten up your whole lip. Typically I would just try to line it like this with my normal lip, but I feel like it does help when I do this to make my lips more pouty. Does it work? So I'm gonna start to crease. Okay, I feel like that's close enough. Now for filling in the lips, I can figure it out if I should do this one or this one. I feel like I'm gonna be adding this one just because it's a little bit lighter than the lip liner. And then my husband is just breathing on camera. What do you guys think? Or should I just go all brown with this one right here? Let me go see if I have something a little bit darker. Okay, so I have decided I'm gonna be using the shade Amazonian by Maybelline, and I'm gonna just add it to the center of my lip. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the lip liner again, and I'm gonna go ahead and darken the around the lips a little bit more. So I was not happy with how dark my lip was, so I went ahead and used another lip liner. This one is a Jordana lip liner. It's an easy liner for lips in the shade Coco Loco, and as you can see, I just went all over the lip just because I did want it to darken it up a little bit more. I felt like it did match my eyeshadow, but I wanted to match a little bit more of that brown tone, and I don't have a lipstick or a liquid lipstick that that really matched that color. So I did find that lip liner that really matched, so I just went ahead and added all over the lip. I feel like it did match a lot more, and these lip liners are so creamy that it didn't really affect the liquid lipstick that was underneath it. Okay, so now we're done with the lips. I feel like we're ready to add the final touch, which is the lashes. For lashes, I'm just gonna be using these lashes. They have no brand. I bought these at AliExpress as always. But before I add the lashes, I forgot to add mascara to the lower lash line. I'm just gonna apply the same mascara that I use for the top lash line. I'm gonna apply it to the lower lash line. So someone before asked me how I apply lashes, or to give a real quick technique on how to apply lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the glue to the lash right here. I don't add too much, just focus specifically on the outer corners first, and then I just slide this brush all around. And I really like this glue. Typically I use a black one. I think it's from Kiss as well, but today I just decided to add this one. Just make sure it's all blue. This will dry clear. As you can see, it's kind of blue. And something really important about applying lashes, it's not on my table. It should be on my table. It was right on top. It's what you use to put them on, and I need to really do this. So I have this tool that helps me grab onto them, and it helps me put it to the side. That way I can see more what I'm doing instead of having it this way. I make sure to have, I have my mirror down here. I can lift it up. See how I have it? I have it right here, and I can see myself once I look down. So when I'm looking down, I'm able to see how close the lash is to my lid. So as you can see, you try to dig the middle part of the eyelash first. Once you have the middle part, then you can slowly work on putting the corners where they go. Okay, on this one you won't be able to see the inner corner just because my hand does get on the way, but I will show you on the other eye for the inner corner. So in the center, you saw how I grab it and make sure I stick the end. Once you stick each end, like the outer end and the inner end, you can just go ahead and grab this thing and put all the lashes, yours and the fake ones. Oh, look at it, I pulled it right now. You're gonna go ahead and grab them all together and sandwich your lashes and the fake one. And this, they get stuck together because you added mascara. If you don't add mascara, they will probably just be sitting on top of your lashes. So that's why it's really important to add mascara. And so we're done. Guys, what do you guys think about these lashes? I feel like they're really nice lashes, and they costed probably a fraction of even drugstore lashes. Yeah, they might take a long time to get here, but I feel like it's worth it if I'm gonna be doing a lot of looks like this. So I know I keep saying this, but I'm still yet to figure it out, my schedule and my, how do you say, like my routine to stay consistent right here. I had it all going, I had a bunch of videos, and then time passed in which I could not edit them. Once I got back to them and then wanted to edit some of them at least to have something up, I did not like them. So I feel like if I'm gonna be uploading, I have to edit and upload right away, because if I wait a long time, more than a week or two to edit those videos, by the time I get to edit them, they're not good enough for me. So I need to get my routine going and start recording every so and so time. Hopefully I am recording this, let me tell you, should I say it? No. Yes, I gotta push. Today's the 10th of November. Let's see when this one is up. Okay, you guys, it looks like the whole look is done. Let's just go ahead and set with some setting spray. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. I feel like this was a really needed cut crease in my channel. I have not done one in quite some time, or I don't think I have actually. I gotta go back and check. But if you do go to my Instagram, you will find many of these. I had not done one in a while, and I feel like I still got it. The fact that I have that technique of going back and carving out that crease from the lid and then the crease again, I feel like there's no way you can go wrong with that. And now it's just been proven because I had not done one in a year and everything went pretty smooth, I think. Again guys, let me know what you guys think, and in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also find me on Instagram as Zavala, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. Bye. No?